You've worked hard your whole life. You've saved, planned, done everything right. But somehow money still feels like a guest that never stays long. It visits, then vanishes. And no one can quite explain why, not your accountant, not your budget, not even you. But what if I told you it's not your numbers, it's your house? Not the square footage, not the market value, just one direction inside it. The Southwest. In modern Feng Shui, this isn't just a compass point, it's the anchor of your stability, the quiet keeper of long-term wealth. And when that space is ignored, even unintentionally, it's like trying to build prosperity on soft sand. The numbers may add up, but they never hold. That's what this video is about. I'm not here to sell you crystals or ask you to rearrange your life. I'm here to help you wake up one quiet part of your home and invite abundance to stay. Because wealth doesn't arrive through effort alone. It arrives through readiness. And readiness starts with a space that knows it is seen, cared for, and alive. Part 1, the wealth direction isn't superstition. You might not believe in energy. You might even roll your eyes at the word Feng Shui. That's okay. You're not alone. For decades, we've been taught that wealth comes from logic, from work ethic, savings plans, financial advisors, market trends. And yes, all of that matters. But what if, despite doing everything right, your money still slips away? What if the hard part isn't earning more? It's holding on to what you already have. That's not about discipline. That's about foundation. And that's where your home comes in, not as a container for your life, but as a mirror of it. Let me tell you something few people ever pause to consider. Your home holds a direction that quietly governs your ability to feel financially grounded. It doesn't look like much. It doesn't ask for attention. But if it's ignored or blocked or treated like dead space, it can make you feel like you're swimming upstream financially, no matter how hard you try. In modern Feng Shui, we call it the Southwest direction, but don't get lost in the label. This isn't superstition. It's about relationship, between your surroundings and your inner sense of security, between the space you live in and the beliefs you carry about what you deserve to receive. Think about the places in your home where you feel safest. They're often not the biggest or brightest, but they are intentional. The chair by the window where you sip coffee every morning, the soft light in your hallway at night, the drawer that holds your favorite letters. These aren't just aesthetics, they are signals. They tell your nervous system you're safe here. And the truth is, money only stays where safety lives. The southwest corner or area of your home is not a place of luck. It's the quiet engine of your wealth stability. It's the direction linked to how rooted you feel, how supported, how steady. When that direction is neglected, used for old boxes, awkward furniture, or not used at all, it sends a subtle message to your subconscious. This isn't a space that matters. And when your subconscious starts believing that, you might find yourself making financial decisions that feel rushed, confused, or overly cautious. You might hoard out of fear, overspend to feel momentarily alive. Avoid opening your bank app, not because the numbers are bad, but because something just feels off. That off lives somewhere. It usually lives in a space we've forgotten. Let me be clear, activating the Southwest isn't about magic. It's not about rearranging your home into some perfect layout. It's about awareness. It's about choosing to treat one direction of your home as a living, breathing partner in your financial well-being. Because the moment you do, something shifts. Slowly, yes. Quietly, absolutely. But meaningfully. You see, most people never stop to think how their space feels. They decorate for function or trend or resale value, but they forget to decorate for flow. They forget to ask, does this room breathe? Does this corner feel like it's part of my life or just leftover space? The southwest direction isn't the prettiest. It's often where the garage wall sits, or the laundry room, or a weird hallway that leads nowhere. But that's precisely the point. Wealth doesn't require glamour. It requires belonging. If your southwest corner is where you dump unopened packages, store cleaning supplies, or pile things you'll deal with later, then unconsciously you're assigning your wealth the same treatment. You're saying this can wait. But financial well-being doesn't wait. It doesn't thrive in delay. It thrives in warmth, care, presence. That's what this direction needs from you. Not a renovation, just recognition. Start with this question: do I know where my southwest area is? If you don't, that's okay. Stand at the center of your home, not mathematically, just intuitively. Usually your living room will do. Open the compass app on your phone, slowly turn until you hit 225 degrees, that's your southwest. Now look, what's there? How does it feel? Don't judge, just observe. You might feel nothing at all, and that's important, because that numbness, that neutrality, that's the very thing we're about to change. You don't need to burn sage or chant mantras. You don't need to believe in anything outside yourself. You just need to choose this space. Give it a purpose, clean it, light it, let it breathe. That's it. The same way you'd clean the porch before a guest arrives. The same way you'd fluff the pillows when you want to feel good. The same way you water your plants, not because they are dying, but because they deserve to thrive. Your wealth deserves a place to live. A space that says you're welcome here. Wealth doesn't just flow through the stock market or paychecks or chance. It flows through readiness, and your home, especially this quiet direction inside it, can either reinforce that readiness or quietly cancel it out. Think of the Southwest not as superstition, but as soil. Soil that, if left dry and unattended, hardens. But when you nourish it, light, intention, presence, it softens, it breathes, and it begins to support growth. You don't need more effort, you need more alignment. You need one small space that reflects the life you're ready to receive. The Southwest direction is not a trend. It's not a secret trick. It's a reflection of what you've always deserved: peace around money, clarity in decisions, and a space that mirrors the richness of who you already are. If that sounds like something you've been missing, maybe it's not you. Maybe it's just a corner that hasn't been loved yet. Part 2: How to gently find the Southwest. Finding the southwest corner of your home isn't about exact measurements or fancy tools. It's about pausing, really pausing, for the first time in a long time, and asking yourself, where in this home does my energy feel flat? Where have I been blind, simply because I've never been taught to see? Most people never realize how much a single direction of the home can echo into the rest of their life. They assume discomfort is just aging, that fatigue is just stress, that the restless thoughts at night are just hormones or habit, but sometimes it's geography. Sometimes a space that should be grounding you is instead confusing you, or worse, silencing you. The southwest direction is where stability lives, not loud, not dramatic, but deep. And when that space is lost in clutter or coldness or plain neglect, you may find yourself feeling unsupported in subtle but constant ways. Financial decisions feel foggy. You don't trust your instincts. You hold back on opportunities, not because they are wrong, but because something inside feels unsafe. That feeling comes from somewhere, and most often it begins in your space. So how do you find the Southwest gently without turning your house upside down? Start by standing in what feels like the center of your home, not mathematically, but intuitively. For most people, this will be the living room or the kitchen, the area where movement flows through most naturally. Open the compass app on your phone, turn slowly, don't rush it. Watch until the needle points to 225 degrees. That's your direction, that's where we begin. Now look up. Where does that direction land? A hallway, a cabinet, a guest room no one uses, a cold stretch of wall that's just there. Whatever it is, don't judge it. Don't apologize for it. Most southwest corners are unimpressive. That's the beauty of it. They don't ask for much, but they ask to be seen. That space you just found, it's been waiting for you to notice it, not to fix it. Just to notice it. Many people ask, but what if it lands somewhere difficult, like the bathroom, the garage, a windowless pantry? Here's the truth: energy doesn't care about aesthetics, it cares about intention. If your southwest corner is awkward or unattractive or seems too small to matter, then it's the perfect place to begin. Because you're not trying to impress anyone. You're creating resonance. You're choosing a physical spot in your life to carry the message: I'm ready for grounded, lasting prosperity. That message doesn't need beauty, it needs clarity. Let's say your southwest area is a hallway. That's fine. Hallways move energy. You could add a soft rug, a warm light, or simply clean it with care. Let's say it's a storage closet. Perfect. Clear out what doesn't belong, keep what matters. Add a small lavender sachet, a quote taped to the inside of the door. It doesn't need to be seen by others, it just needs to be felt by you. If it's part of your garage, set aside one small shelf. Keep it clean, give it purpose. That alone is enough. This is not a project, this is not a remodel. This is about reverence, choosing to turn a forgotten space into one that supports you not in theory but in sensation. You'll know it's working not because money floods in overnight, but because your body feels more at home. Your breath slows. You stop avoiding things like budgets because they no longer feel like enemies. You begin to move through your house with a little more ease. And ease, when practiced enough, becomes momentum. One of the biggest mistakes people make when they try to improve their home's energy is to start outside themselves, buying expensive objects, rearranging rooms impulsively, trying to copy some online trend. But real change doesn't begin with objects. It begins with ownership, knowing exactly which direction in your home supports your financial core and choosing to treat that direction with consistent, quiet respect. This doesn't mean you now have to spend hours each week lighting candles or saying affirmations in that space. You don't have to do anything performative. In fact, the most powerful thing you can do is to visit that spot with presence. Stand there, sit nearby, clean it slowly, let the light in, let your shoulders drop. Do nothing special, but do it often. If you live in a multi-level home, focus on the main living floor, the one where you and your family spend the most time. That's where the energy is most active. That's where your subconscious picks up messages, whether you realize it or not. If you live in a studio or a small apartment, your southwest might be a corner of your desk, or even a section of wall above your nightstand. That's not a limitation, it's an invitation to get even more personal. The size doesn't matter, the shape doesn't matter, the materials don't matter. All that matters is that you choose this space as a quiet partner in your journey toward abundance. Not to impress the universe, but to speak gently to it. Not to force anything, but to prepare a place for something good to land. In a culture that tells us wealth must be chased, earned, fought for, it's radical to believe that wealth can be invited, that it can come through slowness, through care, through attention to places no one else values but you. That's what the southwest direction is. It's the part of your life that's not loud or shiny, but holds everything steady. And when it's acknowledged, it begins to hold you too. So look again. Find that direction. You might have passed it 100 times thinking it was nothing. But now you know better. Now you know this is where the foundation begins. Part 3, awakening the space, engaging the senses. You found the space. Quiet, unremarkable, maybe even a little dusty. But now you've seen it with new eyes, and the question that naturally follows is this: how do I bring it back to life? Not just tidy it up, but truly awaken it. Because what this space needs isn't perfection, it needs presence. It needs to feel lived in, noticed, cared for. And the most powerful way to do that is through the senses, not through explanation, not through theory, through sensation. Sight, sound, scent, texture, breath. These aren't decorative, they are primal. They speak directly to the nervous system, to the part of you that knows whether you feel safe, whether you belong, whether you're supported. And your southwest space, your wealth anchor, needs that language. It needs a pulse, because energy doesn't respond to how something looks. It responds to how it feels. Let's begin with light. Light is the first signal your body reads when entering a room. Cold, harsh lighting creates alertness, even discomfort. But soft, warm light tells the body, you can rest here, you are safe. If your southwest corner is currently dim, fluorescent, or worse, completely dark, then your financial space is existing in survival mode, and no one can build wealth from that state. Switch to a soft amber bulb. Add a lamp instead of an overhead light. Even a small LED candle on a timer, flickering gently at dusk, can shift the entire atmosphere. This isn't about brightness, it's about warmth. Next, movement. A space without movement feels dead. Even if it's clean, even if it's quiet, it feels like something has stopped breathing. That stillness, if too long, becomes stagnation. So how do you add movement without making the space busy? Think subtle, think gentle. A slow spinning ceiling fan, a hanging plant that sways when someone walks by, an essential oil diffuser that lets off the tiniest visible mist. These are not decorations, they're signs of life. They say, energy lives here, this place has breath. Then sound, not constant noise, not music playing all day, but a rhythm that welcomes you. A morning playlist you play when you make your coffee. A few piano notes, soft jazz, a calming podcast that brings you comfort. Even silence can be powerful if it feels alive, not abandoned. Walk into that space and ask yourself, does this silence feel peaceful or empty? If it's the latter, let sound return gently. Now touch. This one's often forgotten, but it matters more than you think. We're always brushing up against our environment. Chairs, rugs, counters, handles, and the textures we touch either soothe us or subtly harden us. In your southwest corner, add one texture you enjoy, a soft throw, a pillow with fabric that feels grounding, a wooden surface that's warm to the hand. When your skin brushes something that feels good, your body relaxes. And when the body relaxes, the mind opens. And when the mind opens, possibilities return. And finally, scent. It's invisible, but it's the fastest way to shift your emotional state. Memory lives in scent, comfort lives in scent. If your southwest space smells stale, forgotten, or simply has no scent at all, that matters. Add warmth, cinnamon, orange peel, a few drops of sandalwood, a roasted coffee bean left in a small dish. You don't need candles burning all day. Just a soft signal, a whisper to the senses that something sweet and grounding lives here. That this space holds richness, not just function. When these elements come together, light, movement, sound, touch, scent, they begin to build a rhythm, a low, steady pulse. Your space begins to breathe again, and more than that, it begins to speak to you. It says, you're allowed to feel steady, you're allowed to feel ready, you're allowed to receive. That's what energy understands, not things, not objects, but signals, presence, care, belonging. There's a woman I once worked with who lived in a tiny rental with no clear southwest area. She thought this work wasn't for her, but she chose one shelf in her bedroom, that's all, one shelf. She cleared it, placed a soft lamp, added a handwritten quote, "I choose calm over control." That's it. She didn't redecorate, she didn't spend money, but she visited that shelf every Sunday evening, lit the lamp, took a breath, and within months something shifted, not outside but within. She made better financial decisions. She stopped overthinking every purchase. She began saving again, not out of fear but out of clarity, all from one shelf. That is the power of awakened space, not to impress, not to manifest, but to align, to support the version of you that's already ready to receive. You're not trying to decorate a corner, you're trying to soften it, to make it breathable, to make it honest. So when you stand there, even for a moment, your whole body knows, this is where safety lives. This is where I begin again. Part 4, naming the space, a safe place for wealth and reflection. You've brought light into the space. You've softened it with scent and sound. But there's one final step, and it's the one most people skip. You have to name it, not label it, not decorate it. You have to give the space meaning. Because a space without meaning is just a corner. And energy doesn't flow toward what you ignore. It flows toward what you choose. This is not about giving it a cute title or printing out a sign. It's about something quieter, deeper, more personal. Think about the places in your life that feel sacred, not religious, just real. Your morning coffee mug that no one else uses. The chair where you read the same book 3 times. The drawer where you keep old love letters or recipes in your mother's handwriting. Those places are sacred not because they are beautiful, but because they've been used with care, with memory, with intention. That's what we're doing here. We're giving your southwest space a role in your life. We're turning it into more than furniture and square footage. We're letting it become a container for your clarity, a soft landing place for your relationship with money, not just how much you have, but how you feel about it. Because wealth isn't just numbers, it's energy, and energy needs a home. When you name this space, you're telling your body, this is where my financial calm lives. You're telling your thoughts, this is where I remember what I value. You're telling your habits, this is where I pause before reacting. That's powerful and it's personal. So how do you begin? You start by defining it, not publicly, but inwardly. You stand in the space and you make a decision, this matters. Then you give it a role. That might be something as simple as, this is where I sit when I review my spending. This is the corner where I journal one financial win each week. This is where I light a candle on Sunday nights and reflect on what I'm building. You're not performing, you're not manifesting, you're anchoring. And from there, the energy starts to shape itself, because what we tend to regularly becomes what we believe in. When you visit this space over and over, without pressure, without judgment, it begins to carry your patterns. That small table becomes your touchstone. That soft chair becomes where you stop and notice. That stretch of wall becomes a mirror, not of what you look like, but of what you want to feel. It doesn't need to be fancy. It just needs to be honest. Maybe you place a framed photo from a time you felt secure, a quote that brings you back when anxiety spirals, a stone you picked up on a walk when you finally made peace with something that used to haunt you. These aren't decorative items. They're memory markers. They are emotional cues that tell your system, you've been here before, you've held steady, you can do it again. And for those who share space with a partner, a family, or in a small apartment, know this, your naming process can be entirely private. You can choose a drawer, a journal, a cushion that only you use. What matters isn't how visible it is. What matters is the signal it sends to your nervous system every time you return. This is where I come to align with what I truly want. Because wealth, lasting wealth, isn't just created through external decisions. It's created through internal consistency. And you can't have consistency without a place to return to. We return to places that feel safe. We return to places that feel meaningful. This corner can become that. You might worry, but what if I don't feel connected right away? That's okay. Not all spaces feel alive the first time you name them, but stay with it. Keep showing up. Energy responds to attention. Let this be the one part of your home that doesn't demand anything from you, but always welcomes you back. Let it evolve. Maybe at first it's just where you light a candle. Then it becomes where you sit with your financial journal. Then it becomes where you read articles that inspire new possibilities. Then maybe you do nothing at all except breathe, and that's enough. Because it's not the action that makes the space powerful, it's the presence. It's the repeated choice to be still here, to reflect here, to trust here. Naming a space is like naming a chapter in your life. It gives it shape. It tells your mind, this is real. This deserves time. This deserves care. And when you do that, when you give your wealth energy a home, you stop chasing clarity. It starts coming to you. So stand in that corner again. You've done the work. You've awakened the senses. Now speak softly to the space, not out loud, but in your own knowing. Say, this is where I welcome my steady wealth. This is where I remember who I am when I'm not afraid. This is where I plant something that will grow, slow and quiet and strong. And then walk away, come back tomorrow, or don't. But know that it's there now, named, claimed, not forgotten. Because the first step to becoming a magnet for calm, lasting abundance is giving that abundance somewhere to land. And now you have. So now you've walked through the most overlooked direction in your home, and perhaps the most overlooked part of your life. Not because you didn't care, but because no one ever told you that your environment could hold so much quiet power. You see, for decades, we've been taught to manage money with logic alone, spreadsheets, goals, strategies, and those tools matter. But what they often miss is what truly drives behavior. Safety, clarity, emotional readiness. And that always begins in your nervous system, in the signals your space sends, in the way your home holds you or doesn't. That's why the Southwest matters, not as a superstition, but as a symbol. A directional anchor to a very real psychological truth. We thrive when we feel grounded. We make better choices when we feel safe. We welcome abundance when we believe we deserve to keep it. And your environment, specifically the space you've now claimed, can reinforce that belief every single day. When you cleaned that corner, you weren't tidying, you were removing emotional static. When you adjusted the lighting, you weren't decorating, you were telling your body, you're allowed to exhale here. When you added movement, scent, softness, you weren't designing a space, you were returning a pulse. And when you named it, not with a label, but with presence, you quietly shifted the frequency of your home from survival to readiness. That's what prosperity responds to, not perfection, not hustle, but congruence. A home that mirrors what your inner world is ready to receive. A rhythm between thought and space, between intention and action, between who you were and who you're becoming. So no, you don't need a new house. You don't need to burn incense or believe in luck. You just need to care for one small direction, one neglected corner, and turn it into a place where your future feels safe to land. Because in the end, Feng Shui isn't about where your furniture sits. It's about where your energy rests. And when you give it a space that feels seen, soft, and alive, you may just find that wealth doesn't need to be chased anymore. It simply comes home.